New tonight, Grand Rapids Public Schools trying to figure out a way to better deal with discipline problems. They say suspensions simply aren't working.
So starting this month, a pilot program for what's called Restorative Justice is launching at 3 schools: Campus Elementary, Ford Academic Center, and Alger Middle School. It's an effort to reduce the number of suspensions and increase learning.
And 24-hour News 8's Danny Carlson was at the meeting tonight where officials broke down this program.
Yeah, and we want to make it clear, Brian and Sue, this doesn't mean no more suspensions at GRPS. In fact, we're told if the offense is great enough or anyone's safety is in jeopardy, suspension will still be an option. But this program aims to get at the underlying issue that's causing the behavior problem to stop discipline issues from happening in the first place.
Restorative justice says the better question is who's hurt and how do we heal the hurt?
And that means a multi-step process involving conflict resolution between the parties involved, accountability from the person at fault, and then both parties are given strategies and options as far as how to deal with problems in the future. It's not more specific than that because we're told each problem is handled on a case-by-case basis. But the big goal is to keep kids in school learning rather than out on the streets.
We have a problem which is bigger than the schools, and that is that we're sending kids home and there's nobody home watching those kids.
Many of the people at tonight's meeting were on board with the idea of restorative justice, but want to actually see it.
Right now, if I was a kid in a school and I did something wrong, I'd be expecting suspension and punishment. I wouldn't be expecting to be restored. So I think it'll take time for the kids to really trust that the system is for them and the system is set up to help them stay in school and succeed.
When Superintendent Teresa Weatherall-Neal first took the reins of GRPS, in the first months of 2012, short-term suspensions nearly doubled. Back then, Neal said the district would make sure students were following the Uniform Discipline Code or they would be suspended, so other students who wanted to learn could. Some people might say this seems like a departure from that.
No, I don't think it's a departure. I think Superintendent Neal has been very clear that those students who disrupt our buildings will be suspended. What we're saying is we want to see what is the cause and what is the underlying cause of the suspension.
So they want to see the underlying cause. Where does this idea come from?
Well, it's not original to GRPS. Proponents say that it's actually been done something like this in similar-sized school districts, similar-sized cities to GRPS, to Grand Rapids. And actually, Grand Rapids itself, GRPS actually tried it once before too, and they're telling us that it didn't work that time a couple of years ago because they tried to do the whole thing district-wide instead of starting with this pilot program, which is the 3 schools like they're doing this time. So they say this time they're pretty confident that it's going to be a lot more effective.
So it's not getting rid of suspensions, it's working with this to try and find the root problem.
Right,
okay.
and as we said, you know, if anyone's safety is in jeopardy and if the offense is strong enough, they're going to suspend the child.
Yeah.
Danny Carlson, thank you.